Type in the key words food and allergies, and as you scroll through your browser, you'll discover a long list of stories pertaining to the health and well-being of adults and children. Further refine it with the term eating out, and you'll see topics ranging from surviving food intolerances to hidden sources of gluten and other food allergens. Clearly, this is a problem of not only individuals with an abnormal response to a food substance, but to their families and the food production, food processing, and food service industries. This module and the others that follow will center around the definitions associated with food allergies, the life-threatening consequences to people if they inadvertently consume allergenic food substances, and how all of this affects food service professionals in the hotel and restaurant industry and institutional food service facilities such as school cafeterias. They are now recognizing their part in providing appetizing and safe food as both a food safety responsibility and a responsible business decision. But first, a medical perspective.
A food allergy is an immune response to food. In some cases, it's caused by a protein, an immunoglobulin called IgE. And in people who have that type of food allergy, they can have very fast and very severe life-threatening allergic reactions. What I try to impart to people in the restaurant industry is that regardless of what it is that is making the patron not be able to eat something, anyone who reports themselves as having an allergy needs to be taken seriously.
In 1988, my son Michael was born, and within 2 years he was diagnosed with multiple and severe food allergies, which included wheat, dairy, soy, eggs, fish, tree nuts, peanuts. So I had to figure out a way to feed this child. The problem was, when he was 3, he was hospitalized again for asthma, and the dietitians didn't know how to feed him. They came up to me and said, he cannot be allergic to all these things. I said, he is allergic to all these things, and they said, how do you feed him? So I taught them what they needed to do in order to feed him. But what that taught me is there was a larger problem in this world, that I could not be the only person that provided food for him. And when he went off to first grade, and he went to birthday parties, and eventually camps, all challenges in trying to get the world to be a safer place for him.
There was a recent study that showed about 8% of US children has a food allergy. And then there were studies that ranged between 4 and 6% of US children as well. So regardless of the specific number that's coming out, there does seem to be large numbers of US children with food allergy, and it does seem to be increasing.
And unlike other issues that some people have labeled fads, like the no-carb diet and things like that, which we've been through before in our business, this one is a far more serious issue. It's not going away. It's going to be with our industry going forward for many, many years to come, if not permanently, until they figure out what's going on with the increases each year and people becoming more and more susceptible to these allergens. One of the most common allergies that we're dealing with at Jake's right now is dairy allergies. That is probably second to gluten right now. Now that might be surprising to you because shellfish might be considered one, but keep in mind most people who have a severe shellfish allergy are not going to come to Jake's to begin with. We do have some. We have people that come in with a general seafood allergy, and we accommodate them with special pans and cooking with the disclaimer that everything is prepared in the same kitchen.
About 3% of our guests have identified that they have an allergy. 1% of our guests tell us that they have a gluten intolerance. So that's 4%. Within the 3% of our guests that have allergies, peanut allergies are the #1 noted allergy. After that, it spreads out dramatically among the major ones, be it shellfish, be it dairy, soy, sesame, but peanut allergies are the #1 noted allergy.
I've been in the college university segment for about 11 years now, specifically working with students that have food allergies as well as in our operations. And historically, we didn't have a lot of students that self-identified as having food allergies, and we might have 1 or 2 a semester. They'd come to us and we'd work with them to try to help them navigate our dining centers. But a lot of times it ended up just being the student referred to the salad bar area because the ingredients were simple. Many of our recipes at that time and foods that we would purchase already prepared contained so many allergens that they really didn't have a lot of options. The situation with food allergies has changed a lot over the last few years. So now we have products available to us that address gluten-free, that address lactose-free. All your different allergens are addressed better from a manufacturing standpoint. But also just the number of students that have food allergies that are coming to us with questions even before they enroll at K-State. On their campus visits, they come with their parents and they want to know what we can do for them to accommodate their food allergy.
Eating out in a restaurant was a luxury, but it is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity of life. People travel, it's part of socialization, so it then becomes a part of this need to make the world a safer place. Because for him to be able to be with friends in high school, when he went away to college, all had to deal with other people preparing foods for him.